Nietzsche contended that anything that was of interest to him automatically couldn't be devoid of interest to anyone else. And so, working on that basis, pull up a chair, smoke a cigar or something. Leather shoes, heavy cloth, faces shrouded in fabric, surrealism, stories unfolding behind avenues of trees, glimpsed from a silent double-decker train. The Belgian Black Country, sugary sweetness, hooves and bells, the opening credits of Secret Army, Ian Nairn's Walloon Desires. That's my Belgium, and I love it utterly. Europe endless, indeed. Yeah! I first came here 20 years ago, in 1997. Back then, I was one of only 7 people in the UK who dressed like Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon on a daily basis, and therefore, by extension, one of only 1 people in Belgium who dressed like Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon on a daily basis. I don't know if it was that heightened my sense of difference and my receptiveness to all those lovely little details, those parallel details that enrich foreign travel so much. But something did. It's all slightly familiar, and all ever so slightly different too. Different stories, different glimpses, different little nods to historical shared culture, vernacular architecture. It is, as they say in Lancashire and elsewhere, a bit of all right.
It's just like the brickwork in the back entry of my nan's house.
I know. It's the shambles in Worcester too, but it isn't. Wherever I go in Belgium, I seem to be perpetually happening upon little squares, openings, vistas that put me in mind of René Magritte's Empires of Light. So I started wondering, is there a painting which similarly pervades all experience of England? And I don't think there is. Maybe that's just my Englishness informing me thus, but I don't think so. And so what conclusion can you draw? I like to think that it's the experience of Belgium is specifically complete and satisfyingly so. Know what I mean? There's nowhere in Belgium, and therefore nowhere in the world, to better experience the bittersweet pang of Cummings' theory of progressive photographic disappointment. That sense that wherever you took the last photograph, somewhere down the road a little bit, would be just a bit better. Someone once told me that there was a museum of underpants in Belgium. I don't know who told me or whether it was true, but I still tell other people as if it was. I bet you do things like that, don't you? I like those low-lying clouds above the gabled rooftops. They remind me that Bruges, more than anywhere else in Europe, puts me in mind of Vermeer and Rembrandt's wonderful little drawings and paintings of their hometowns, even though they were Dutch masters and not Belgian at all. It also makes me remember where I am, in the Low Countries, that low-lying delta, and reminds me that as a young man, running around art galleries, earnestly trying to absorb things, but never quite understanding what it was that I was looking at, I saw under dark glazes thousands of similar little spindly glimpses of Gothic architecture rising above the rooftops. If you're young when you're watching this, and you're still feeling like you're looking but not understanding, well, I'm here from the future to inform you that you do get to a point where you do understand what you're looking at. Unfortunately, by that time, you've traded that knowledge for a lot of other things. It's turning into one whole heck of a reminiscent package of a day today. I'm being visited by all sorts of memories, long buried. Flying in the early light of a February dawn over Antwerp Cathedral and the patchwork of fields in the gathering light. Reading books about Belgium and the Low Countries as a child and beginning to understand the differences between the Catholic and the Protestant Church. What about you, Harris? What sort of memories has it evoked for you?
Them Belgian waffles are nice, are they?
Whereabouts are we, Harris?
Spielmannstraat, by the looks of it.
Oh yeah. Actually, that reminds me. When I was preparing to make this film, I went on the internet and practiced my Belgian pronunciation. But I gave up after a while. I think it was sometime during my attempts at pronouncing the word Stundhuis, which I think means town hall or something, when I realised that every time I tried to pronounce a word in Belgian, I sounded like James Nesbitt. And, well, have a listen, Stundhuis. See what I mean? And so I decided eventually that phonetic inaccuracy was preferable to sounding like James Nesbitt.
I would agree.
Put 'em up, other towns, and hit me with your best surprising backstreet vista. I can think of maybe that street in Penzance with the Admiral Benbow and the Egyptian house, but not too many more. Have you seen the great chimney of Saftness up there? Saft,
It is.
It is up. I love quiet, secluded back streets like this, only a stone's throw away from a major city centre. They give me the feeling that I can slip effortlessly back into the slideshow daydreams that I used to have while listening to the first 3 Ultravox albums through my Sony Walkman, sitting on my corduroy settee at 23A Farlands Road, Stourbridge. They also make me feel like I could slip round a corner and into a comparable street anywhere else in the world, or that I'm about to wake from some great dream in which all the things that didn't make sense suddenly do.
Are we going to get something to eat now or what?
Yeah, I suppose so. Bruges, like Venice and Sandwich in Kent, is one of those lovely towns where a few moments' travel by foot can take you from its tourist heart to its quiet and hidden spaces. There's always another doorway at the end of another street, inviting you in. And sometimes when you walk through one of those inviting doorways, you find the most unexpected things. A complete flush of Baroque woodwork and the largest doom canvas that you've ever seen, for instance. Does that say 23A, Harris?
I think so, yeah.
It's not very like the 23A that I grew up in. Or maybe it is. Maybe inside it's an exact replica of my childhood home. And there's a landing with wood chip wallpaper and a thin green carpet, like the one where me and my brother used to chuck the 2000 AD space spinner at each other all afternoon. We were poor, but we were happy. In Bruges, sumptuously toppling stage after stage, like the red light that blinks outside the lead mill in Sheffield, and the inscription that announces the wakeman waking in Ripon Marketplace. It's still here, even when I'm not. Ridiculous, that.
Here, Dan, come here.
Yeah, what is it?
That city tour van.
Oh yeah.
That's been nearly everywhere we've been.
Yeah,
There's been one of them.
Yeah, you're right. That's.
Could have just sat you in that. pointed the camera at you, listened to the audio, and had you pointed to a few things, and we'd have been done in about an hour.
Yeah, I suppose we've been making this whole thing unnecessarily difficult for ourselves, haven't we?
We have really. We'd have got more hits as well, to be honest.
Yeah, we would. You're right. What do you think they sell in Sissy Boy, Harris?
I don't know.
Reminds me of that Ronnie Corbett joke, where he says that he's not saying that his school St Nancy Boys was soft, but you could have a reign of terror with a balloon on a stick. Words around you've had a visitor, and Baker knows it.
If you save your breath, I feel a man like you can make it.
You think we should do the whole film in like a cod Mexican accent?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I didn't think you liked Darley.
Oh God, yeah. In much the same way as I used to think that Evelyn Waugh's crowning achievement was Brideshead Revisited before I read his diaries, I used to think that Salvador Dali's crowning achievement were the series of Chocolat L'Enfant adverts that he did in the 70s, until I saw a programme where they read some extracts from his letters, and there was a part where his girlfriend had left him, and his response was to say, "My immediate reaction was to shave off all of my hair and place it in a hole in the beach that I had dug specially for the purpose." This transposed over a picture of him staring intently, shaven-headed, trademark moustache. Beautiful stuff.
You won't have seen the film in Bruges, will you?
Why not?
Because it's got Colin Farrell in it.
Oh, right, good point, yeah.
What about The Lobster?
No, not seen that either.
Alexander?
No, not seen that.
Phone Booth?
No, definitely
No,
not.
me neither.
I do not like Colin Farrell, senor.
What are you doing?
Doing the Mexican accent thing that I thought you said to do.
Oh, yeah. I am going to hold you to that in future shots.
Absolutely.
Yeah.